Have you ever heard a family drama so epic it literally tore the universe apart? Forget soap operas. We're diving deep into the very beginning of Greek mythology to a story of a father, a son, and a betrayal that stained the cosmos forever. This is the tale of Uranus and Cronus, the original dysfunctional divine family. Before Zeus, before the Olympians, before even the mighty Titans, there was chaos. And from this primordial void, two beings emerged, Gaia, the earth, and Uranus, the sky. They were the first power couple, and their children were, well, let's just say they were a handful. The first were the hecatonchirous giants with 100 hands and 50 heads each. Then came the Cyclopis master craftsmen with a single eye in the middle of their foreheads. Now, you might think a father would be proud of such powerful offspring. But Uranus, he was terrified. He looked at his children, these monstrous, powerful beings, and all he saw was a threat to his rule. He couldn't stand the sight of them. So, what did this loving father do? He took his children and shoved them back into the womb of their mother Gaia. He imprisoned them deep within the earth. Can you imagine Gaia's pain? Not just the physical agony, but the heartbreak of a mother whose children were stolen from her by their own father. She groaned under the weight, her heart heavy with sorrow and rage. Uranus had crossed a line. Gaia, the gentle earth, began to plot her revenge. She couldn't fight Uranus on her own, so she turned to her other children, the ones who came after the Cyclopes and Hecate. These were the 12 Titans, 6 male and 6 female. They were beautiful, powerful, and godlike, a stark contrast to their older siblings. Gathering the Titans, Gaia pleaded with them. She revealed a plan, a way to end Uranus's tyrannical reign. She forged a weapon from the very heart of the earth, a great, sharp, adamantine sickle. It was a tool of harvest, but in her hands it became an instrument of revolution. She presented it to her children and asked, "Who among you will help me punish your wicked father?" The Titans were silent. They were afraid. Uranus was their father, the all-powerful ruler of the sky. To defy him was unthinkable. All but one. The youngest of them, Cronus, stepped forward. He was ambitious, cunning, and he held a special resentment for his father. He saw this not just as an act of justice for his mother and imprisoned siblings, but as his own opportunity to seize power. He took the sickle from Gaia's hand and declared, "Mother, I will do this. I will end his tyranny." The plan was set. Gaia lured Uranus down to her, promising him a night of passion. As Uranus, the great sky, descended to embrace Gaia, the earth, he was completely unsuspecting. It was the perfect trap. As he lay with Gaia, Cronus and 4 of his brothers sprang from their hiding places. They grabbed their father, holding him down at the 4 corners of the world. Uranus was pinned, helpless. And then Cronus did the unspeakable. With the great sickle forged by his mother, he attacked his own father. He castrated Uranus, severing his connection to the earth and his power to create. The sky god roared in agony, his reign ending in a moment of brutal, shocking violence. Cronus, in a final act of defiance, took his father's severed members and threw them into the sea. From the drops of Uranus's blood that fell upon the earth, Gaia, more beings were born. The Erinyes, or the Furies, vengeful spirits who pursue those who commit patricide and other terrible crimes. The Gigantes, a race of powerful giants, and the Malaya, the nymphs of the ash trees. The act of violence birthed vengeance itself. And what of the pieces Cronus threw into the sea? They drifted on the waves, churning the water into a white foam, and from that sea foam a goddess emerged, fully grown and breathtakingly beautiful. This was Aphrodite, the goddess of love, beauty, and desire. But even from this horrific act of betrayal, astonishing beauty was born. With Uranus defeated, a new era began, the golden age of the Titans. Cronus took his father's place as the supreme ruler of the cosmos. He and his sister Rhea ruled from atop Mount Orthrus. And what was the first thing he did as the new king? Did he free his monstrous siblings, the Cyclopes and Hecatoncheires, as he had promised his mother? No. Cronus was just as paranoid as his father. He feared that his siblings, with their immense power, would one day rise against him, just as he had risen against Uranus. So he left them imprisoned deep within the earth, in the dark pit of Tartarus. He had betrayed his mother's trust, using her pain to fuel his own ambition. Gaia was furious. Her plan for justice had been twisted into another form of tyranny. She cursed her son Cronus, prophesying that he, too, would be overthrown by one of his own children. And so the cycle of fear and betrayal was set to continue. Cronus, haunted by his mother's curse and the memory of what he did to his own father, became a paranoid king. Every time his wife Rhea gave birth to a child, Cronus, fearing the prophecy, would swallow the baby whole. Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, Poseidon. One by one, they were devoured by their father, trapped within him, just as his brothers were trapped within the earth. This story is more than just a shocking myth. It's a powerful allegory about the cyclical nature of power, ambition, and fear. Uranus's cruelty created the very sun who would destroy him. Cronus's betrayal of his father and mother sowed the seeds of his own downfall. His fear of being overthrown led him to commit atrocities against his own children, which would, in turn, lead one of them, a son named Zeus, to eventually rise up and fulfill the prophecy. It's a chilling reminder that power built on violence and fear is never secure. The sins of the father are visited upon the son, and the quest for absolute control often leads to one's own destruction. The betrayal that shattered the heavens was just the beginning of a cosmic war that would define the world of the ancient Greeks and give rise to the famous Olympian gods we know today. So next time you look up at the sky, remember Uranus, the original ruler, and the brutal family drama that started it all. It's a story that proves that even in the heavens, the thirst for power can lead to the darkest of betrayals. Thanks for watching this deep dive into the cosmic chaos of Greek mythology. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more tales from the ancient world. Let me know in the comments which mythological story you want to hear next. See you in the next one.